Hello. How is everybody? Happy Monday. It's Make It Monday here, and we are going to make a wreath today. If you are following me, thank you. Be sure and like my page. And also, if you want to see some of my past videos, go to my YouTube page, my YouTube channel. It is Snap Expressions by Crafty Kayla. And be sure and subscribe, because that helps me out a bunch. And you can also sprinkle this video. That would help me out a whole lot. Also, if you want to see some of my creations, go to my Etsy store. It is SnapExpressionsDecor. It's all one word with the S and the E and the D capitalized, and that'll take you straight to the store. So otherwise, yeah, just hang out on my business page. And I do have a VIP group. Check it out sometime if you want to see it. Just log on, and it's Snap Expressions, Decor, Wreath, and More VIP group. I think that's what it's called. But this is my business page, and this is where I'm going to be transitioning everybody to, hopefully. Today we're going to make a wreath, and I haven't made a wreath in a while. And I need to get it done. So I'm not really all that prepared, but here is my inspiration. It's a bicycle with yellow lemons, and they look like peonies, but we're going to call them roses today with the black and white check. And here's my ribbon that I'm going to be using. And I haven't cut any yet. I've cut some of the mesh, so the mesh is going to be a base of white, because that's what the sign has in it. So we're going to have a base of white, and then we're going to have black woodland ruffles, and then we're going to have this real pretty, can you not see it over there? Oh, shoot, I know I was going to forget that. It is edged, the real pretty edged ribbon with yellow and black. I was saving the yellow and black for my bumblebee, but I decided I would go ahead and use it with my lemons today. Okay, so I do have a wreath frame. Did come from the Dollar Tree. It is a 14-inch, which is pretty standard for them. I've done, put my chenille stems on. There's 12 on the outside, one at every crossbar and one in between. And then there's 6 on the inside, so we have 18 chenille stems all together, okay? Hi, Betty. How are you today? I mailed your wreath form, so you should get it in 3 days. I hope you get it like by Wednesday or Thursday. And did you get your chenille stems? I mailed you out. Anyway, so maybe you can watch this and use this video if you want to. Or I'm still going to do the one about the dog video, because I've got all this stuff to do it with. Okay, so I'm going to adjust you down a little bit so you can see better. Okay, I'm going to get straight in the video. We're just going to start off just like we always do. We're going to take a zip tie, and I'm going to see if this is pretty straight so I don't have to cut it. Okay, so I'm just going to gather it together. It's been a little bit since I've made a big wreath, and I've needed to for a while. Just been so busy. Just hadn't got it done. Okay. So I'm going to kind of do it in the backwards way. You do not have to do a base like this. You can just start putting your ruffles on if you want. And if you do it that way, it won't be quite so full. But, let's see. I did it that way. Look, I did it backwards. I always do it backwards, y'all. I start from underneath, and it's supposed to be starting from the top. I want to start from underneath. It just seems right to me to start from underneath. Told y'all I hadn't done this in a hot minute. Okay, so we're going to put this on at the crossbar with a zip tie again. Get these out of the way. Put it down under there. You won't see this, remember. So we'll cut it off. And the zip ties, always remember that the ribbing, R-I-B-B-I-N-G, ribbing goes on the inside. So whenever you pull it, it does stay. Okay. It took me for a little bit before I realized how to use zip ties. It's kind of crazy, but that's okay. All right, so we're just going to do 10-inch poofs, just like we always do. Just 10-inch measure, roll it under, and let's get going. I'm going to try to go pretty fast. If you have any questions, let me know. Okay. I use yellow stems. You can use any color you want. Black would have been good. By the time I finish, you really can't see them, so it's all right. Okay. It's good if you, after you put your chenille stems on, if you'll take a little bit of hot glue and glue them in place, that works a lot better. They don't move around. I didn't do that today. I was just kind of busy in a hurry, so forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I need a checklist. I should always do it with a checklist. So somebody calls, y'all know why. Okay. We got to get people from my VIP group over to my business page. That's what Facebook likes and wants. So if you're watching this today, or if you're watching it on replay, be sure and like it, my business page, and kind of hang out there. I'm still going to be doing stuff in my group, but I still need to do these in my business page. All right, so 10-inch poofs. And remember, it doesn't look like they're going to be very big when you start off, but by the time you finish, it's pretty big. I have paint on me, y'all, from painting the wreath from yesterday, or Sunday. Yes. Okay. Let's go. I'll need to get it. It didn't come off. It's spray paint, so I've got to go get some, I guess I call it turpentine. I don't know what you call it nowadays. Paint thinner and get it off. All right. Just open them up as you go. Keep them rolled under. All right, we're making fast pace. I didn't get a chance to cut the ribbons. I just knew if I didn't get the video started, it would just be here forever. So we're going to cut the ribbons too. Okay. Open that up. $10 to $20. Okay. It's good if you have this mat because you can just measure as you go. And you kind of want to measure to keep them all the same height, I guess you would call it. Okay, one more on the outside. All right, here we go. Okay, now we're going to switch over to the inside. A lot of people stop and they tie it off right here. So if you want to tie it off and start again, you can. For me, it's just easier just to keep going. Because like I said, by the time you finish, you really won't see it. Okay. Gotta get these where they belong on the outside. Just kind of lay them out so they don't get in your way. Okay. All right. Just give them a little twist. That didn't get on the inside. You can manipulate those. If they don't come to the inside, just twist it till you get it towards the inside. Sometimes it gets turned backwards. Okay. I need to put I've got a holder for my mesh. I paid good money for it, but it's on the wrong side. I need to move it and use it for this side. All right. There we go. You can see I'm going to have plenty left over, so you can use it for another wreath. Okay. Alrighty. Alright. Couple more. Ready? There you go. Measure and lay it down. Just lay it right on the inside of your chenille stems. And you have to work with it. You know, as you get older, you get arthritis in your hands, and it's harder to work with, but let's keep on going. Okay, so this right here is kind of where we started. So I'm just going to go ahead and do one more poof and put it right back in that one that we started. That way you don't have a gap. Okay. So you're going to have like 2 in this one. Alright. Alright, now just come over here. Use your rotary cutter. Just give it a good cutting. I'm just going to set that down. I changed the blades in my rotary cutter the other day. I thought I was going to have to buy a new one, but the changing the blades really worked. Okay, so now we're just going to push this to the inside and tie it off. And you don't have to tie it off either. But I don't know, I just always have. All right. Here's where we started. And here's where we ended. Okay. Just wrap it around one of these crossbars. All right, there you go. And just cut off the extra. All right, now we have our base. There goes my hot glue gun. I have a really good hot glue gun. It has a little stand on it, and it just is really, really nice. I don't have to worry about it unless I pull it over. I've got my glue pot heated up. You know, my little electric skillet glue pot. Can you see it? I'm afraid to lift it up. I'm afraid I'll spill the glue. It's just a little electric skillet with melted glue in it. Okay, so I'm just going to pull all these out just so I can work with them better. Pull the insides in. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these. This is a poly jute mesh. It's a little thicker than value mesh. What I used on that was value mesh. Okay, so now I have this, and I've already pre-cut it. So it's cut at, it's supposed to be 15 inches, okay? And I'm just going to take this, and I'm just going to do a little woodland ruffle. So we're just like we roll it 3 times, and then turn it. Get your clip, because they don't always stay, and that way you don't have to redo it 3 times, and just scrunch it up. Okay, and this is what we're going to do on this wreath. We're going to put one at each chenille stem. Okay, and then instead of just keeping going, I'm going to take this, the bordered one, I cut it 10 inches, and I'm just going to do a little ruffle. Okay, alright, so, and I'm just going to get right down the middle. And it comes out like it's supposed to be like a little bow tie. Okay, and I'm going to lay that right in the middle of this one. You can do it either way. You can do them as you go, or you can do one all the way around and then restart it. Okay. Can you see? Okay. Alright. So we're just going to keep it going. There's 18 of these all together. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Turn. 1, 2, 3. Gather. Gather it up. Okay. It's hard to do this type of mesh. Harder than the value mesh to work with. Okay. Twist it. All right. Okay, 10 inches. I can see that this is fraying a little bit, so we'll have to go back and probably use the lighter like I do and get the edges kind of melted on there. I saw someone the other day, they used a oh gosh, a heating tool. What's it called? A wood burning tool. I don't know if that would work with this plastic or not. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Turn. 1, 2, 3. Gather it up. Okay. I decided to use the different method because this has that border on it, and I thought it would look better to do a little bow tie ruffle. Than to do the 2 woodland ruffles, because this one has a border. And I didn't think it would look good to do it with the woodland ruffle method with this. So normally I would just take 2 of the 15-inch and do the woodland ruffle and put them together. But this time I'm doing just a little different. Just open it up like this. So you got the ruffle underneath it, and then you got this one on top. See how pretty it's starting to look already? Okay. Make you a little paperweight. That way you can hold it down. Oh, it's not raining there, is it, Betty? Okay. Get it as tight as you can, because you're going to use these chenille stems several times. Okay. Just ruffle it up right up in the middle. It's supposed to look like a little bow tie. Lay it right down the center. Twist. These are real popular. I don't know if y'all been keeping up with everything, but the yellow and black with the lemons, it's like everybody's selling out of the yellow mesh and the lemons. So I just got lucky and got in on some of it. So if you can find the lemons, if anything lemon is in style right now. And the bees are too. I've got the bees to do. I just haven't done it yet. Okay, there you go. Looks like the bow tie. Okay, going right down on top of the woodland ruffle that I did. Okay, open it up. Keep it going. Like I said, we have 18 to do, so we'll just keep it going. I really am doing 2.5 on these. I'm doing like 1, 2.5 before, instead of 3, so 2.5. Okay, and then just set it down. And if you want to, instead of closing the chenille stem, I'll show you how you can do it. Okay, so we'll do our little ruffle, make our little bow tie. Okay, you could open this back up. Instead of closing it, you could open it back up and just set it down in there. But when I do that, I lose my place. So I just go ahead and close it up and then do it on top of it. A lot of people open theirs back up and just do it together. Okay. It's so pretty outside, y'all. Y'all been outside? Yeah. The reason I said that is because I can hear the little birds chirping. Okay. Open, twist, twist, and get your 10-inch. This is a 10-inch piece. And just gather it right down the middle, right down the center. If you have to, you can use these little lines as a guide. And I'm just going to set this in right on top of the one I just did. Okay. Kind of get it where you want it before you twist it. Now you can see, like I used the yellow chenille stems, like how they're just blending in. Okay. With me? 1, 2.5. 1, 2, and 3. I think it would have been so much easier if I'd have used the value mesh. Okay. The one that's not must have cut it crooked. It's real important that they're straight, because if you don't get them straight, then it doesn't equal like a little bow tie. It's a lopsided. Okay? Alright. There we go. Alright, can you see how it looks? You still see some of the white, but we're not near done, so 1, 2, 3, flip, turn, 1, 2, 3, gather. Okay. All right, tight as you can. It makes your fingers sore pulling it like that. All right, lay it out, gather. We're going to go back and we're going to use these chenille stems again. We're going to put ribbon on here. So try to get it as tight as you can get it. Okay. I feel like I'm crooked, y'all. I feel like I don't know. I hope you can see it okay. Alright. I run out of room. It's what happens. Okay, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, turn, and pull that out. It was fraying. 1, 2, 3, gather. Okay. We're moving right along, even though I didn't have all these done. We're still not too bad in time-wise, okay? Here we go. Get your little ruffle like you want it. Lay it down, twist, and then fluff it. We like 1, 2 more on the outside, and then we will do 6 on the inside. We have 18 altogether. Okay, gotta get it where you can see me. Okay, and we're doing these as we go. Like I said, you can do them if you want to, separate. Make your little bow tie. Lay it right down in the center. Pull as hard as you can on those chenille stems. And then fluff it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Clip it. Get it as tight as you can get it. 1, 2, 3. Ruffle. Okay, last one on the outside. There goes all of the outside. Now we're going to start the inside, just like we did the outside. Okay. Should have 6 on the inside. 1, 2, 3. Clip. Roll it in. 1, 2, 3. When you roll it in, make sure you get the edges rolled in as much as you can. Get those edges rolled in. Make sure you get right in the middle. Go to the inside. Same thing as outside. Lay it open. Twist it as hard as you can. And we're going to do the same ruffle on the inside. No idea what this is going to turn out to look like, because I have not made one like this before. I'm thinking it'll be fine. Okay. Just lay this ruffle over the, okay, lay it over the ones on the outside, because you can see whenever you start doing this, now you can see what it's starting to look layered. That's what you want. You want it to look layered. Okay. All right. Number 2 of the inside. 1, 2, 3. Flip. 1, 2, 3. Together. Sometimes I get lost on the inside because it gets so full. Okay, set it down in there. Grab that chenille stem. Get it as tight as you can get it. Twist. Okay, I'm starting to like it a lot better than I thought I would. I wasn't for sure how it was going to look until I got to the inside. I think it's going to look good. Okay. Now you can change the direction that you lay these if you want. I don't want to change it too much because I want it to go over these. Oh. Just work with it, just layer it. Okay. Get that ruffle on the inside of the other ruffle if you can, especially on the inside, because you want it to look stacked. Okay. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, clip. 1, 2, 3, gather. Okay. Find the next one, open. Lay it down. Twist it. Let it come, fluff it up on top of the other one. When it starts getting like this, it starts catching my clothes, and I don't have any ruffles on today, but it still catches it. Okay, we've got to get as much of that chenille stem as we can out so we can still put the ribbon on there. Okay, we're getting close to the end. 1, 2, 3. Well, 1, 2, 3. Gather. down till you find it. Dig till you find it. Okay. Make sure you don't catch none of the other ones inside of it. Okay. I think we only like 3 more, or 2 after this one. Got your little bow tie. All right, pull it, twist, fluff it out, and get it. You really have to work with these because this edged mesh, you know, you can see where it's going. So you really have to do some work with it. All right. This one and one more. 1, 2, 3. Spraying. I'm going to cut that because I don't like it to do that. Just throw that away. It won't hurt. 1, 2, 3. You still have plenty to ruffle up, even if you cut off part of it. Get it right in the middle. Okay. This one and one more. Lay it open. Pull it shut. Okay. Fluff it out. Get it ready for the ruffle. Okay. One more. We'll be done with the deco mesh. Okay, pull it tight. All right, undo that ruffle. All right, I kind of have this one already done up. This was one I did in the beginning because I thought I would see how it looked, and so I just kind of kept it like that. So these are all going to be together on the very last one. It is very thick when you do it like that. Okay. Now, just kind of work with it. Get it like you want it. Make it look, pull this to the inside because you don't really want it, pull it to the outside because you don't really want it fall into the inside. You want it to be coming to the outside. And I'm just going to pull it to the outside. Okay, make it look layered. Make it stand up a little bit. Okay. You can go back like these edges right here. Just burn them out. Melt it down just a little bit where it's not fraying. I'll go back and do all of that last. Okay. See how it looks? Okay. Quite different than just when we started with that white. Okay, so ribbon. How are we going to do the ribbon? Good question. Several different options you can use for the ribbon. I'm just going to go back and find some stripe. I didn't. I just got this right here instead. And I got the lemon ribbon, which is the 2.5. And then the rest of these are 1.5. Okay. Get your ribbon board if you have one. 12 inches. Is that what I want? 12 inches or 13? These are ribbon boards, and they have 12 and 13 on them. And they're just called ribbon. It says ribbon hoarder. So I guess that's where it came from, ribbon hoarder. So I don't want to use 12 or 13. I'm going to use a 12. Doesn't really matter. But please show you how I do it. So we just lay it right there. You can use cardboard. And we're going to use, let's see, there's 18. So we're going to use 9 for sure. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, cut it and slide it off the board or cardboard, whichever one you're using. Where is my good scissors? Okay. That one's turned up a little bit. Get it where you can cut it. Cut them all together if you have a good pair of scissors. And then we're going to take it and I'm going to dovetail them while I'm working with it. Turn it up outside and then just give it a good clipping. Clip out. If you turn it outside up, clip it out. That way you remember. Okay. Some people do all these together. I can't get my fingers to do them all together, so I half them. Okay. But you definitely want to dovetail them before you put them on. Okay. I got those. I'm going to do the yellow. 9 of the yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I used cardboard for a long time before I finally ordered me some of these ribbon boards. Okay. Slide it off. You get it so tight sometimes it's hard to come off. Get your good pair of scissors. Cut it. Cut it. And dovetail. Okay. Some ribbon is better than others. Some ribbon is just thicker than others. It's not that the ribbons are not good. They're just thinner. Some of them. Okay. Got that one. That's pretty thick. If you get them too thick, they don't look good on the ends. Okay. Alright, got those dovetailed. We've got yellow and black. And I've got this checked that I'm going to use. I hope I don't run out. Okay. We're going to do 9 of these too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are really good scissors, but when I use them, for some reason, they pinch my finger. My finger gets caught like between these. I have to get me a different pair, I think. Okay. Cut them. And dovetail them. Get them straight as you can. Turn them to the outside. Go that one everywhere. When I get through, I have such a mess. I have to clean up. And sometimes I get so tired that I just wait till the next day. And that's what I do the next day, is clean up from my mess. I know if you make one, you know what I'm talking about, because there's so much to do. Keep a trash can close by. Okay. Now I have this lemon. And it is 2.5 inch. And we're going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I did think about doing these on each one, but I decided we'd just do 9 instead of doing them all. It would have probably been prettier if I'd have done all 18 with this, but I didn't know if I'd have enough ribbon to make my bow. Okay. I love working with the 2.5 inch, and I love working with the 4 inch. A lot of people don't use 4 inch ribbon. I don't know, they're just not used to using a 4 inch ribbon. They're used to using 2.5. But I've used the 4 inch and I really, really like it. Okay. All right. Get that out of the way. And now we're ready to do our ribbon. Okay. I always think, okay, how do I want to do this? This is yellow and this is yellow. So we want to put this together, or these together, and them and that. Which one do you think? All right. This and that. I'm perplexed. I don't want to use this and that. It's too much yellow, because then you have too black. So, I think I'm going to do it this way. I'll see if we can do it this way. Okay. So we want to put that on top. Let's see what it looks like putting the 2.5 inch on top. Okay. Gather it together with that 1.5 inch underneath. Pull it down like this. Go to the outside and work with that. Work with it, okay? Twist it. Okay. I'm liking that, y'all. It looks pretty good. There's the ribbon. Okay, our next next one is going to be this. And we're going to put the yellow on top. We'll keep the bright stuff on top. Same thing, except we just did this way. Okay, grab it, your Chanel stem, wherever it's at. Now, you can cut these off right now, but I'm still going to leave them on there because I may go back and put some of the roping, okay? Okay, look how that's fraying. Can you see how that's fraying right there? That drives me crazy, y'all. I'm just going to have to cut it off. Just, if it does that, just cut it off. Go back and melt it as much as you can. If I'm going to sell these, they're going to be professional and they're not going to be frayed. Okay, so I have to go through and do that. All right. The ribbons are going everywhere. All right. These two go together. And I've never done it like this before. I think I've always put the 2.5 inch on the bottom. But I'm trying the 2.5 inch on top this time. Okay. I'm throwing stuff away I don't mean to throw away. My ribbon's going in the trash. That's what happens when you start getting, this wreath starts getting so big. Okay. We have 18 of these to do. All right. Just move as quick as I can to get these done. Because we're going to put the sign on, and then I'm going to put the bow on, and then I'm going to be putting lemons in here, y'all. Okay? These are 12 inch. I cut them at 12 inch. And fold them in half. Find the center. Make sure that's right underneath there. I want to turn it over. That way you can see what you're doing. And then twist it down. Make sure you get it right in the center. Okay. Or it looks like that. Okay. My phone has 30% battery. I guess I could plug it up. I might have to stop and plug it up. Okay, but we're going to work pretty fast. Okay. Less talking, more working. I don't talk very much. If I get some comments, I can talk. But when I'm doing this, I like to get right to it, you know. Because there's 18 of everything to do. Fold it in half. Gather it up. Twist it down. We're alternating. We're doing the 2.5 inch and then the 1.5 inch. And I'm leaving the Chanel stems on. Putting the yellow on top. Okay. Lay it right in the center. And we've got plenty of Chanel stems left to put the roping on if we want to, okay? If you want to, you can alternate these. Like you can put the black and white check on top, every other one. I'm putting the lemons on top because I like the lemons. Okay? Right. On that center, twist, twist, separate, pull. Remember to run your finger underneath them because you want them to kind of curl up. So I'll go back and do that when I get through here. Okay? Just make sure you're doing that. Make sure you're running your fingers underneath it to curl it out. Okay? Okay, we're moving along, y'all. Okay? Run your fingers underneath them. I'm going to find the center, and then I'm going to put that underneath. Put it up. Pinch it down. Put it in. Really simple. Pull that chenille stem like you're going to use it again. Okay? Run your finger underneath it. Separate it out. That's what we're going to go back and do. When the video's over, I'll be going back and doing all that. Okay. Fold it, find the center, open it back up, gather it together. And this is our last one on the outside, which means we have 6 more to go. Okay. I'm trying to show you what it looks like. Okay. This lemon ribbon is very thick. Okay. Can you see what it looks like? All right, we've got 6 more to go. And they'll go pretty fast. Then we'll do our bow. And we'll put the sign on. Okay. And these are going to be the same thing. You're going to want to just lay them down and then pull them out. Pull them out with your fingers. Center. I always try to figure out the cost of what things are while I'm doing it. So if you think about this, we've used 3 rows of mesh, which is about $8 each. That's 24. And we've used 4 rows of ribbon at about $8 each. That's 32 and 24. Sign's $8. So you're looking at 32, 40. What did I say? That's like, you know, it's like $50 just for supplies, and then it's going to be even more because I'm going to put the lemons and the roses in with this. So the materials alone on this wreath are probably going to be closer to $70. So, you know, when people say, well, why are you charging so much for your wreath? It's because it costs me quite a bit just for the materials. And that's not including the chenille stems and the wreath form. You know, that's another few dollars. make them curl up with your finger like that right there. Curl up. Like the ones down here that we've done, we're going to do them the same way. Okay, this is the last one. And the last ribbon. Okay, yay. No, yeah, no, yep, yep. Last one. This is just a little different because we've used the mesh that has the border on it. Okay. I want to go back and make sure everything is laid down like you want it. Okay. So you kind of have the ruffle right here. Then you have the yellow border underneath this, and then you have your ribbon. Okay, and then the next one you've got your ruffle, and it's all layered down, and you got your ribbon, so you can kind of see how it's layered. That's what you want. You want it just to kind of sit down on each other. Okay, so we've got all that on. We are going to make a bow with the same ribbon. I have the 2.5 inch. You don't have to put the 2.5 inch on the bottom. I'm going to put the 1.5 inch down first. Okay. And I don't want very big of a tail, so I'm just going to put a 7-inch tail. Okay. So you're going to have to twist this in the center. Before I do that, I'm going to put my wire underneath it. I always forget. Okay. This is 26 gauge, but I suggest that you get a 22 gauge. That would be better. Where my wire cutters are, but we'll use these. They cut wire. Okay. Now what I do is I take wire and I fold it in two. Get the two edges together, and it's a loop. See a loop? And you're just going to put it underneath that. And then just stick it underneath here to get it out of the way. Alright, now back to the bow. 7-inch tail, 5-inch loops. Okay. I hate it when they splice this together. This is spliced together. I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, 5-inch loops. I'm going to do 3 of these on each side. Okay. For the most part, I make my bows just about all the same. Okay. If you don't have a bow maker, you can just use your fingers and hold all this stuff in place. And it's really hard when you're using a lot of ribbon. Okay. Okay. Last one on this side. Okay, I've got that down. Make your tails the same length. We're done with that one. Okay, now go ahead and separate these. Pull it up, the one on the bottom. Roll it down, the next one, and leave the one right in the middle. Same thing on both sides. Kind of get it where you want it. Okay, now we're going to use a 2.5 inch. The lemons. Okay. I wish I had 7-inch tails. I wish I had some 1.5 inch this, like this. Okay. I'm loving this lemon ribbon. Okay. Now this is going to be just a tad bit shorter than the 5-inch. We're going to graduate them shorter and shorter as we change ribbons. Okay. All right. Let's see. Just a tad bit shorter. Just measure it. Make it the same on both sides. Grab it right in the middle. Twist it. You gotta get that good twist. Okay. I'm going to do 2 of these loops on each side. And I may go back and do another one. Okay. Twist right in the center. Make your loops even. Okay. Push this down right here in the center. And I'm going to cut the tail. Cutting these tails pretty short, y'all. But that's okay. Alright, we may use that one again. Alright, now we got the one up, down. We're going to put these right in the center between these two. So, just go ahead and put it where you want it as you're making your bow. Okay? I'm going to go back with the black. You don't have to use the same ribbon as you did. So just keep that in mind. Alright, this black and white stripe is really cute on here. Okay. Just pull it a little shorter than the lemon ribbon. Each time, just make it shorter and shorter. Keeping that good twist right in the middle. Wants to turn in just a little bit. Just work with it. Okay. I'm going to do 3 of these on each side. Okay. 1, 2. This is the 3rd one. Get that good twist. Okay, go ahead and scrunch it down. Pull that down. Cut that. Now, instead of putting the other yellow ribbon on, I'm going to put 1 of these right in the center. Don't know what it'll look like, but I'm going to try it. Okay? There we go. Just like that. Now I'm done. So I'm going to pull this ribbon up that has the loop. I'm going to run it through. Keep your finger down right there. That's why I like to have the loop. I'm going to take these. I'm going to run them right through that center of that loop. And this pulls it together. So before you even take it off, and grab that, keep your fingers underneath it, don't let it go. You've got that looped in that wire, just pull that wire to the bottom. Now, keep that wire as tight as you can get it. And I'm going to run 1, and get these open. I need 5 hands when this happens. Okay. Open that up. It's all twisted up. Untwist it. There you go. I'm going to run 1 right back around it, and then we're going to take it and twist it off as tight as you can get it now. It's just, this ribbon is so thin, you can just almost, just like shoestring, you can just almost tie it. Alright, so we did that. Now my fluff box that I made, you just take it and you run this wire right in that eye, and then you take it and run that wire right around little nail. Now you can fluff it. Okay, so bring all your tails down first. That's where we're going to have the tails are going to be down. They don't have to be, but that's how I do it. Okay. Pull this down. Now fluff that out, just like we did when we're making it. Pull it up and out, because what you want to do is you kind of want to pull that middle, okay, and separate them. Pull it, separate it, twist it, pull it. You got to get that center. Just like you're breaking the center. Get that up, okay. Get that yellow ribbon, twist it, pull it up. Keeping your finger right in the center. We're opening up the loops on each of these. Okay. Now the next one, black and white stripe, we made it shorter. Okay. There's 3. We're going to do these the same way we did the bottom. We're going to do one down, one up, one in the center. Okay? Same thing. One up, one down, one in the center. Okay? Now this little one that we did right in the center of that lemon ribbon, we're going to cut that as short as we can get it, because we don't want any tails on that one. Okay, but that center yellow, see how I made that center? Alright, so we're done fluffing it on the fluff box. And we'll be putting it on the wreath now. Okay, we have to see where we want the sign. I've lost the sign, y'all. Like, okay, here it is. It's in the trash, just like everything else goes in the trash. Okay, want the sign, and then we want the bow. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and work with the sign. I'm gonna put the cable mounts on there. And they just peel and stick. They're called cable mounts. Okay, and with a square sign, I always just put them on the corners. You don't have to put them in the corners. Put them wherever they need to go. And also, you can put glue on it. I should have put glue on it. Okay, I think that'll be fine. And I've got 5 black chenille stems that we're going to use. Okay, just run it through that cable tie, and don't, sometimes I do the half, I just half them, but this time the wreath is so big, I'm going to use more of the chenille stem. You can also staple these on. You can also glue these on the sign without the cable mounts. I think I have videos where I've done that in the past. I showed you how to attach chenille's stems with, if you don't have a stapler and if you don't have a cable mounts. If you need me to show you that, I will. Okay, I'm just trying to move a little faster here. Okay, get all that on there. Okay. We are going to put this sign down low. One thing about it, y'all, if you ever want to not put the ribbons where your sign goes, you could save you some ribbon by not putting the ribbon where the sign's going to go. Okay, just pull that down. Put the 2 bottom ones first. That way you can get them even. Run them right down through that mesh and grab it underneath. Okay. sometimes it's hard to grab it, and I'm running it right through the mesh. Alright, so got these two together. And what I do is I just twist these ties together. And then I go back after I get all said and done, and I wrap them around the wreath frame. Okay, that one was easy. To move the ribbon out of the way. Let's see if this one can be just as easy. Alright, now we got the sign. Good deal. We don't want to pull it too tight. Okay, and then we'll go back and we'll pull all this ribbon out from underneath it as much as we can. You don't want it scrunched underneath there. Okay. Alright, we got the sign. Now we're going to put the bow on. Get it where the tails are going down. I got wire. You can use Chanel stems if that's all you have. Wrap that wire around the wreath frame. Pull that bow down. Okay, kind of see what we're doing here. I'm just going to wrap it around the wreath frame. And for the sake of time, I'm not going to take too much time with it. I'll go back and do this after I get through the video, but I want you to see kind of where we're at with this bow. Okay, oh, we didn't dovetail. Okay, so you should dovetail before you put it on your wreath. I forgot. It won't take too much time. Well, we'll use 3 ribbons instead of 4. Okay. And we made the tails really short so it wouldn't go on top of the sign. Okay. If you're making a grapevine wreath, I suggest you make your tails a lot longer. Okay. Alright, can you kind of see how that is now? Okay. Now, I have the lemons. Alright, and I have some flowers. And I have some greenery, y'all. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and work with some of these flowers. Gotta find my wire cutters. Okay. These stems are kind of short, but that's okay. We're going to cut them down to the very end. I don't always use flowers in my deco mesh wreaths, but for this one, had the bicycle with the wreaths and the flowers and the lemons, I decided I would just use this. I don't know how many I'm going to use. I'm going to start off with that, okay? So right where you put the ribbons at, or I like to run my greenery right up to that. So you can do it. Either you can put it right where your bows are, or you can put it coming out of your bow. You can either put it where the ribbons are, or you can put it coming right out of the bow. So now. Like this. so if we wanted to go ahead and glue that in, I got my glue pot on. So when you see me over here, I've got my glue pot going. You can tell. It needs to be turned up a little bit. So just run it right down in there. It's going to make it look like it's coming right out the bow. Okay? This is a little long. I'm going to cut it a little bit. I'm going to let my glue pot heat it back up as I run these around the bow. Pull those leaves up next to the rose because that's what you want. Okay. Make this one look like it's coming out of the bow. So I'm going to be running this right in the middle of the bow. Okay, I'm going to put some glue on it. Going on that side. Same thing from this side. I'm using my glue gun because my glue pot's not quite hot enough. This is a shorter stem, which is what I need right now. I'm going to cut this one off. I don't want to use too much because you're going to be putting these lemons on there. I have no idea how to put these lemons on there, y'all. So I'm just going to cut and see. Alright, now my glue pot's burning hot. Alright. Oh, burnt myself. Okay. There's one. Like, it's smoking hot, y'all, over here. It's smoking, literally. The glue pot is like on fire. Just make it look like it's coming right out the bow. Like I said, it's hard to find lemons these days because they are so popular. You could make it come out different places, but I'm just using it right around the bow. One more. Such a waste to pretty stem when we're throwing it away. I'm doing this upside down, y'all, so I can't really see exactly where I want it. Okay. So I think I'm going to put it, there's one here, here, here. I think I'm going to put it here. All right, y'all. We are just about done. I'm out of lemons. I have this I can put on, and I have the rope still to put on. So if I was going to put some of this greenery on, let's look and see what it'd look like. I think I would want it coming down like this. I got to turn it around, y'all. Can't do it upside down. Okay. So is it going to look good with greenery? I think it's looking pretty good. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to turn it around just a second, y'all. I can't do this backwards. I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm adding greenery now. Get that tag off there. I get the tag. It's giving me trouble. It is really stuck on there. All right, here we go. We're going to get it off. The last thing you want to tag on there. Okay. Just going to make it look like it's coming out from underneath the bow. I need some more glue in my glue pot. I'm just building it. All right, y'all. What do you think? Let's see. Can I pull you up? All right. I'm going to pull you up and let you look at it from this point of view. And we have this huge wreath that we built from just that little bitty white base. All right. All right. I will have a video of this on my Etsy page, SnapExpressionsDecor, y'all, at my Etsy page. And this video will be on my YouTube channel, Snap Expressions by Crafty Kayla. And there's a little bit of straightening out to do and a little bit of ribbon to be pulled. But all in all, we're done. And we've done this. It was a big job, but we got it done. Y'all, thanks for hanging out with me again. We'll see you next time.